Hi, today on Nat Chats, I want to talk about how long it takes to sell a property. One of the most common questions that we get at market appraisals is how long should it take to sell my home? Well, the short answer is the sooner the better. Time is not your friend when it comes to selling property. A lot of sellers think that they can wait to get their hope price or the highest price possible for their home. In fact, the opposite is true. The statistics bear out that the longer your property is on the market, the more heavily it is going to be discounted. Thinking that you've got time up your sleeve to wait for a better offer is gambling on beating the average, and in fact more than the average, on the market. And your property, your house, your biggest asset is a very high stake to wager. See, your interest in your property is at its peak when you first hit the market. It's not about how long you've been on the market, it's about how long the buyers have been in the market. Buyers will research property before they make an offer for months, sometimes for years. Your buyer pool is at its largest as soon as you hit the internet. Your peak hits on the internet will be in the first 3 to 5 days, and your peak bargaining power is in that first 3 weeks. Your first home open, that first weekend of home opens, is going to be your largest. It will roughly halve by the second. It will probably halve again by the third. After that, you've got dribs and drabs. So if you've missed the opportunity to secure an offer from all of those hot buyers that are in the market when you first list, you're likely to be having to look to do a price adjustment to see if you can catch them and find them and bring them back to your property again. I can be 5 minutes into my first home open, and the first question that I'll get asked by buyers is, how long has the property been on the market? And there's only one reason buyers ask that question. They're looking to see if your property is stale, if interest has waned, and if there haven't been any offers for the property, the first conclusion that they're going to automatically jump to, because why wouldn't they, is that your property is overpriced. It's really important to pay attention to your days on market and realise that your price is not going up the longer that you are holding out. In Perth, the average days on market for the December 2018 quarter was 71, but the average discount that was associated with those average days on market was 7%. So the question I have for you is, do you want to sell well, or do you want to be in that average pool, or in fact even worse? There's only one reason that property doesn't sell quickly, and that's really because of price. It could be poor presentation, it could be poor promotion, but more often than not, it's price. It's that buyers have looked at your property, they're aware of other comparable sales, they're aware of what else is on the market, and they've decided that yours isn't appropriate value at the price that it's currently being advertised at. So they're going to choose not to make an offer for the property. If that's what's happening to your home, the longer that you're waiting to adjust to meet the market, the worse your selling outcome is likely to be. Now, the reason properties are mispriced is generally twofold. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll occasionally get it wrong, but we try very, very hard to get it right, because we know how important that is to a great selling outcome. But the two reasons it's generally wrong when buyers hit the market are, firstly, because they've believed the agent that's promised them the highest price. It's been a bit like music to their ears. But often those agents are over-promising on price because they're desperate to get the listing and earn a selling fee. So they're putting their needs ahead of your best interests. And if the agent isn't able to demonstrate comparable sales evidence to you, that should be ringing alarm bells. You should also be asking them the question about their average days on market, because if their average days on market are up around the Perth average or higher, I certainly would be thinking twice about selling with that agent. The second reason properties often hit the market at the wrong price is simply because of the seller and the seller's expectations, because they've mispriced their own property and they've had an agent that's willing to go along with that and not kind of have the hard discussion that they need to hear rather than what they want to hear. And they've done that based on a couple of different factors. And if you want to know more about that, I've done a great video on the 2 traps that sellers fall into when pricing their own home. So the message from today is time is not your friend when you're selling. Make sure you get that price right from the outset. And if you have been on the market for more than 3 to 4 weeks at the current price and you're not getting the result, make sure you're having a good look at your pricing, presentation and promotion strategies. Have a great day.